Do you realize we're fragmented? Huh?
Yes.
Yes? Realized actually that you're different persons. Right? When you meet somebody who is wealthy, powerful, there is a different response to that, right? Right? When you meet somebody who is not, there is a different response. So that is fragmentation, when there is a response to a power which is different, and a response to poverty is quite different, right? You understand what I'm saying? Right? Are you like that?
Yes.
Which means you are fragmented, isn't it? Right? Responding in one way and responding in another way shows that you are broken up. No? So can you respond, whether it's to wealth, poverty, to a priest, and so on, so on, so on, respond. Without variations.
Our response might be various according to circumstance, but
Therefore, it means what?
I mean, it might be appropriately different.
Not necessarily. Why do you appropriately different? Why should I respond differently to the Pope?
I don't mean in the sense of respect for powers.
No, I'm asking you. Break it up. Respond in one way to the Pope, one way to the Prime Minister, one way to the General, one way to a poor man, right? And so on. Different responses. They're not adequate. Because in me, power is more important than poverty, right? Therefore, I respond differently to power, to money, position, authority. And I have no response to a man who has nothing. I say, right? What do you, is that fragmentary? Of course it is. I see somebody in top hat walking down, going down to Ascot and play, all that stuff. And I'm a cook. Huh? You know all these feelings, don't you? And the whole world is like this, you understand? Whether you go to India, whether you go to China, whether you go to Russia, everywhere it is the same phenomenon. You know, there are many schools in India. We have 6 schools in India. There's one at Brockwood, one in Canada, one in California, Ohio. First of all, it's very difficult to get right kind of teachers. When they come to teach, the difficulty is they have all kinds of opinions, how it should be done, how it should not be done, the teaching, and so on. They project their own desires and volitions and their own prejudices. They may be very capable of transmitting information, knowledge, but they also project their own personalities, their own peculiar idiosyncrasies. So it's a constant trouble to get the right kind of teachers who is really interested in teaching not only the academic subjects, but teaching something much more. Teaching how to live a life as you go along, older, adolescent and so on, how to live a life rational, not superstitious, not confused, and so on. It's very difficult. Are you tired?
No.
But you're not. You should be tired also. If you are thinking actively as we are doing, your brain must be confused, rattled. Let's finish it. So, he's asked, what role does thought play in relationship? We say relationship, there is no relationship if there is division. You agree to all that. What causes the division? Thought. Just watch it carefully. We made very clear what is relationship, right? We made very clear, we clarified what thought is, right? And we said thought is limited. Whether it is the scientist's thought, or the Pope's thought, or the Prime Minister's thought, or your thought, or anybody's thought, whether the Eastern thought or the Western thought, thought is always limited. And he asked, what role has thought in relationship? We say that thought has created the division in relationship. That's the problem. You understand the question? But otherwise we can never be, put it mildly, happy. Can never be whole. Can never be sane. A man who thinks he is separate from the others, he is not sane. Sanity means to observe clearly, to see what is going on, to see the facts, not to invent facts. We are examining the nature of thought and its activity, not how to stop thought. But seeing the movement of thought, what it has done in the world, outwardly, and also what it is doing inwardly. You understand? The two are not different. It's like the sea going out and coming in. The ebb and the flow, coming in and going out. But we have thought, please listen, thought has separated it, the outer and the inner. The inner is the result of the outer. If you want to change society, which is corrupt, which is immoral, which is destructive, which is totally ugly as it is, one has to change the individual who's created this society. The human being, not the human being who has created this society. You understand? Listen. But what are we doing? The politicians, the economists, the communists, the socialists, the Maoists, all those people, they want to change the structure of society. The structure to bring about a change in the structure, they invent a new structure. But it's the same mind. Oh, come on, sirs, look at it. And we fall prey to all that so thoughtlessly.